Southwest Florida, welcome back to Lee Pitts Live. I got one of my good friends here. He's the best. And when I say he's the best when you want to get into a new or a used car. I know they don't like to use that term used car. He'll tell me the terminology for that. Got my Vlad here. So without further ado, let's welcome him here.
Thank you.
O'Brien Auto Parts.
That is correct. Yes,
Good
sir.
to get you here. Now, Vlad, people are going to be seeing your name on the screen. How do they pronounce that?
Vladimy Bellefleur, but I go by Vlad.
Right.
Yeah.
And if they want to hit you up on Facebook, they got to put that in.
Yes, Vladimy Bellefleur.
So while you're watching this, you'll be able to reach him on Facebook as well. And you got to type in that real name that you see on the screen right here. Okay. Vlad, first of all, how did you get into the sales industry, automobile sales?
Well, Lee Pitts, being a entrepreneur, I always I knew that sales was the way to go for me. So I weigh out my options on what to sell, really, and I found a good company and I went with it.
Okay. Yeah. You've enjoyed yourself there so far?
Absolutely, absolutely. I've been meeting some wonderful people in beautiful Southwest Florida, so yeah.
You have to do things to distinguish yourself as automobiles companies that sells cars, and also you as an individual. Do you find that people go to the brand of the automobile company or to the individual?
It's a little bit of both. We have two vehicles that people are, once they buy it, they become a sold out Subaru and Mazda, and of course a Hyundai. But you do have to kind of stand out as a salesperson because that's what's going to bring them back, keep them coming, and keep them bringing you business.
Mm-hmm. Tell us a bit about you.
Well, Lee Pitts, I've been in this Southwest Florida for over 20 years, so I've seen a lot of changes. Grew up here, love this area, and I'm just happy to be able to provide the service here in Southwest Florida.
Mm-hmm. The things that you've been able to do in the past compared to what you're doing now, they're kind of similar, aren't they? You can able to work them together?
Absolutely, that's a good question. Like I said, I'm an entrepreneur. I've had my own business, so the sell is nothing different than owning your own business, because you have to sell yourself, you have to sell your service and whatever product that you have, and it's the same way. In sales, you have to sell yourself first. You sell the company, and then you sell the products, which is and for me is the car. So it works hand in hand.
When people walk into your dealership and they connect with you, what can they expect from you?
Well, they can first expect a warm welcome,
Mm-hmm.
The feeling that they can trust this individual that they just met, and I try to do my best to help them to walk away with a great experience, because I understand the fear that people might have walking into a car dealership, not sure who they're going to deal with. So I try to make it a enjoyable experience, so that they can continue to come back and tell their friends and families about their experience with me.
Mm-hmm. The automobile people, what do you find people mostly concerned about when they go in? I know when I go to buy an automobile, it's about price.
Yeah.
But is that a good thing that you're only concerned about the price?
Price comes last, believe it or not, because you got to find what the vehicle that you love enough to own, and that's where my job comes in. I'm just a guide to help you find that car that you love enough to own, because at the end of the day, if you don't love it, you're not going to spend your money on it. So the first thing you need to keep in mind is to find that one car that you love enough to own, because if you buy it just on price, you're going to hate it.
So and you guys also provide financing on the spot?
Yes, we provide finance, leasing, and of course, if you have the money, cash.
Cash?
Absolutely.
Now, how about if I have a little bit of little bit of something in my background and credit. Well, you got something for me there?
We work with everyone.
Okay.
We don't push anyone out the door. So if you and we understand, that things happen. So it's all about helping you the best way we can. So if we can't get you in a brand new car, we have pre-owned, not used car.
Right, pre-owned.
We have pre-owned vehicles that we can put you on and that you would love.
What's the difference in leasing and financing?
Okay, that's a great question. I find a lot of people skeptical about leasing, but to talk about it, to simplify it, if you enjoy your car and you like to own a car and drive it until the wheels fall off, finance or cash would be the ideal way to go. For leasing, there's a couple things that you need to keep in mind. If you a person that don't put a lot of miles on your car, you service it and keep it well kept, then leasing might be a great way to go, especially if you like to change vehicle every 2 to 3 years. Then leasing would be an ideal way to own a vehicle, because you have options. After the end of your lease, you can either return the key, or if you want to purchase, you love the car, then you have that option.
What's a phone number where people can reach you?
239-822-5930.
And they get right to you, they direct to you?
That is correct, yeah.
Say that number again.
239-822-5930.
And you guys got a new sparkling location now. Tell us, where is that location?
Well, we are still in almost in the corner of Colonial and Metro Parkway, but we do have a brand new state-of-the-art Mazda a showroom that is under construction. We're moving into it next month, and we're really excited. Excited about that.
Maybe we'll get Leapers Live to come out there and do a show from there.
That'd be great.
The powers that be will be looking at that. Finally, what do you want people to take away from having heard you talk? What do you want them to think when they think of you and think of buying a car?
My reason for being here, Lee, is basically I understand the fear and skepticism that people have walking into a dealership, dealing with salespeople. I want to provide a face, of course, a friendly face that people can recognize or call and ask for by name, that they know it's going to be someone that will advocate for them and be there for them. Just knowing someone walking into the door, it relieves that tension, so that you can have a nice and enjoyable time.
Okay, I think you've sold them. They will be calling. Let's bump you out.
Thank you, Lee Pitts.
Of course, you can find him on Facebook by that name that was on the screen, and call that number to get your car to lease, to purchase, or pre-owned and all that fancy stuff. We'll be right back with more Lee Pitts Live. Hey, this is Lee Pitts, the host of Lee Pitts Live, right here on Fox 4. Glad you checked us out here on YouTube. You want to not miss any of our shows, so we encourage you to subscribe by clicking that red button at the bottom there, and all our Lee Pitts Live shows will come directly to you, conveniently located.